Hello and welcome everyone to East River Soccer Complex, where today we have a perfect setting for a little bit of AAC women's soccer. Bluefield College hosts Columbia College in the first game of the 2020 season. Hello everybody, Bailey Engel here. Glad to have you with us as we set up Bluefield College's first game of the season, and we have a look at their starting lineup today. Anna Flincham just cleared to be the goalkeeper for Bluefield College. Also have to watch out for that forward freshman Kaylee Newman and Bella Cox, another midfielder for Bluefield this year that scored in the opening game of last season, the sophomore from the 757, ready to make a statement in her second season at the helm of Bluefield College. Columbia College is a team coming up from South Carolina where the Rams are trying to find their first win against the Koalas since all the way back in 2012. Michael Callaghan, the head coach of Bluefield College, coming from Northern Ireland, coaching for his alma mater, now in his third complete season at the helm of the women's soccer program. Bluefield College in the blue today, Columbia in the purple, the dark purple that is. We'll have to try to get it past Jennifer Angelis in goal for the Koalas. Hear the sounds of the men's soccer team perched up on the hill right near us and our makeshift broadcast booth, but we are happy to have more live sports across the Rams Digital Sports Network today. And we are underway. Bluefield College with possession. So the Rams winning a game last season against Kentucky Christian. They drew their opening game against Piedmont International. That was a season after they did not score a goal in the entirety of the 2018 season. So now to open up a new decade, looking to start off on a better foot. Now picked to finish second to last in the AAC, but they go up against a Columbia College team that is picked to tie for 11th. Here's Cox. Cross in the box, and it's straight at Angelis. Well, Bella Cox, the midfielder at 5'5", sprinting in and had a decent ball in with the left foot. Farah Schwiers was on that header, the senior from Germany. I was talking to head coach Michael Callaghan, and he said there was a possibility that she would have started in goal today had Anna Flincham not been able to play today. Now playing at defensive mid. Another interesting note to look out for, starting at one of the defensive positions, Cynthia Brown. It has been a while since we have seen Cynthia Brown in the lineup. She came really with a head full of steam her first year at Bluefield College a few seasons ago, but after dealing with some injuries and just trying to be eligible for Bluefield College, the Radford transfer is back in the lineup, and she adds a lot of athleticism, and you got to watch out for her on set pieces as well. I know her first year knocked in a couple of goals from way out in some of these set pieces and free kicks. Bit of a break for Bluefield. Pena. Newman gives it back to her. Whistle blows, and now we're going to see one of those free kicks for the Rams. Glad to have you tuning in here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. All right, Bella Cox setting up. Quickly takes a free kick. And aim for that back post. The flag came up anyway. Bella Cox is another player that has scored on a free kick. We saw her do it last year in a close loss against Union College. Now the Koalas will try to boot it deep. That's a couple minutes elapsed here in the 2020 season. What a win for the program it would be if Michael Callahan's able to get a win against the Koalas the first time in 8 years. That was a special year for Bluefield College women's soccer. Actually had a winning season after a pretty tumultuous 2011 year. Chelsea Ford, the senior from Australia. Turned around for the Koalas. Rams are on defense. Cynthia Brown fights the ball away. Sends it deep. Newman trying to catch up to it. Long run up for the Koalas. Aaliyah Colbert couldn't find the ball. Pena. What a great job there by Pena, the junior, and a transfer from Hiwassee College, a institution that closed a few years ago and a school that often played with Bluefield across many sports. Back to Brown. Pullets it on the ground. You can hear that Cynthia Brown was a bit frustrated with how that one turned out. Chelsea Ford. There's another interesting player to have back in Bluefield College's lineup after last year dealt with visa issues. We're not talking about the credit card company, just trying to play in the United States. There's Miller. Bluefield native sends it out. Tolbert. Back for Columbia College. An all-women's school, not to be confused with the Columbia International Rams. Daisy Harris. Here's Tolbert. One-on-one. Just missed it. Flag came up anyway. And Bluefield College will have a free kick. You can hear the cowbells from the Bluefield College men's squad. They had a pretty tough opener against Tennessee Wesleyan a few days ago. Michael Gutu got to score his first goal of his senior campaign. Wasn't a good enough clearance. Miller trying to fight with the forward. Sends the ball away. Schweer. Kaylee Newman in a foot race. Oh, back to the center back for Columbia College. Ford almost had it back for BC. Tolbert. And Cynthia Brown had enough of that. Throw in for the Rams. 7 minutes elapsed already. Another free kick for the Rams. Bella Cox going to take those honors. Looking for Newman and Pena there. Ford stomps out of nowhere. Brown resets. Bella Cox has that speed. Gets a bit of a lane. Pena threads the ball up to her. Little bit of help in the box. Newman couldn't find it. Defense was there for Columbia. The wind starts to blow a bit. We talked about this a few days ago in the midst of the Tennessee Wesleyan men's soccer broadcast. It's starting to feel like fall, and we're not really used to that when the season starts. Of course, it's been delayed all the way to the middle of September. Usually we're in the heat of August and sweating here. But today a bit chillier. Feels a little bit more like fall weather, right around 61 degrees, and the wind not making it feel any warmer either. Big clearance. It will be a corner, though. As Daisy Harris sliding in. Being a bit deliberate on who's going to take this corner for the Koalas. As Brianna Sandoval, midfielder, steps back. A line of Koalas right near the edge of the box. Headed straight in the air and over the back line. So Bluefield College with a chance to goal kick this one. Almost 10 minutes elapsed in this opening game of the 2020 season. Good job on the defensive end. Cox turns around on the ball. Newman, the forward. Send the ball all the way back to Angeles. That nearly skimmed Newman. Here's Haley Duffy down the touchline. All just inches across the boundary. A little bit more speed than we've seen in previous years from Bluefield College. Ball's loose. Newman in the box. No help as of yet. Here's Miller. Spit it out to Duffy, and Ford just couldn't thread the ball over there to her perfectly. Lots of yelling on the far side from Michael Callahan. On that sideline, everybody forced to wear a mask per this Wednesday's new AAC regulation. And another thing for those of you who don't know, the Koalas team had to be here about an hour and a half ago. And when I say here, actually on the campus of Bluefield College, which is 10 minutes away down the road for temperature checks. And once you get into the dome, you have to wait around for 20 minutes to let your body settle into a more natural temperature, because when you're outside, maybe sometimes you're a little bit warmer. When you're on the bus, it's very cold. So our training staff has to keep that in mind. And now for Bluefield College, everybody's passed that temperature check today. As for Columbia College, you can say the same thing. And for Bluefield right now, their first corner of the match. Bella Cox, another set piece for her. On the ground. Goes right back to Bella Cox. Here's Miller. There's a solid clearance. And a chance for Columbia. And Cynthia Brown muscles the ball back for Bluefield. Corner kick. Good effort by Aliva Colbert. Or Colbert, excuse me. Second corner of the match for Columbia. Near goal, nudged away, Bella Cox with space. Once again, Trying to get it to the cherry-picking Newman. Oh, she had space again, just knocked the ball on the near end of the touchline. Newman in front of the defense. Shoots with a left foot. High over the goalpost. Well, the whistle blew. So was she onside when all of that happened? It appears no. A bit of a late whistle there. So instead of a goal kick, we're going to see a free kick for Columbia College. Straight as Schweers. Colbert. Juking alongside Chelsea Ford. Bit of a slip up. Kramer hits the deck. A little bit of physicality there. See another free kick. Could be a crucial set piece for Columbia. 15 minutes into this match, still no score. Opening match of the season. Two teams picked to finish near the bottom of the AAC, trying to make a statement here today at East River Soccer Complex in Bluefield, West Virginia. Tried on net. Well, that just seemed to sail in the air for so long. Anna Flincham just picks the ball up. Brown got into the mix. Jockeys the ball near midfield. A little bit of space for Cox, but that's a bit of an overpass. 29-17 left in this game. In the first half, I should say. Cox threw a left foot in. Across the Rams Digital Sports Network, we will have a broadcast for volleyball this Tuesday, who picked up their first win of the season down in Georgia against Point. Won that in 3 sets, so congratulations to Buddy Gallimore and company to improve to 1-1 on the season after a tough loss to Union, where they dropped just 1 set to a perennial powerhouse in the Appalachian Athletic Conference. Throw in for BC. It's Taylor Kramer to take the honors. Whistle blows. Quick kick. Here's Pena in the middle. Slides it for Newman. Turns around. Can't get a shot off. Now for Duffy. Bit of a shove. Flag came up, and that will be a huge free kick. And was she in the box for that? No, just outside of it. So if that happens about 2 feet to the left, we see a PK. Now Duffy Important set piece for Bluefield College. Newman and Cox nearing goal here. Inside of the 6 almost. In the air. Can't find a head. And actually, Cox got a piece of it. Just not on target. What a solid chance for Bluefield to get on the board here. Well, lots of energy for Bluefield College so far, and I think if you've seen this program in the past couple of years, it's been something that they've been missing. And they've been fighting hard so far, and for the most part have controlled possession in this one, have had better looking chances. But what can they do with them? Now a throw in for the Rams. Ford in the middle, a wrestling match for the ball. Officials forced to make a whistle there. And now, much to the Bluefield student section dismay that is formed on the right side of the ridge here, it's a foul on Chelsea Ford. Good pass to Newman. Pena. Transfer from Hawassi. Recalibrates and passes the ball back for Kramer. Cox hits the deck. Free kick Bluefield. A shove in the back there. And Bella Cox will stay right where she fell because she's going to take this free kick, and she has scored on these in the past. I actually had to get up and go take the ball. So Bella Cox, the sophomore from Suffolk. Wall forming very distant from Cox. Shoots! And blazes it above the goalpost. Well, we knew that's what Bella Cox was going to try to do, and it was a solid shot at that. Had velocity, just not on target. Pena. Another free kick for Bluefield College. So one of these set pieces will eventually break. At least that's the ideology for this Bluefield College women's soccer squad. Now we're going to see Cynthia Brown take a shot at it. So first free kick in 2 years, make it 3 years for Bluefield College. Brown shoots. Well, Duffy tried to catch up to it. I believe Brown wanted to try that one on net. Another goal kick coming up. So instead of Angeles trying to boot this ball out of harm's way, it's going to be Teresa Chambers. Gave it straight to Chelsea Ford. Schweers on the ground, targeting Pena. Well, a free kick issue to Columbia after it was deemed Daisy Harris was a bit too physical on that effort. Kramer inches the ball close to Schweers. Brown lofted past to Duffy. Quick throw for Miller. continuing to get cooler here at East River. A sun-baked field that is in pretty decent shape. Brown finding Cox. Well, that was a great effort to get in on that pass, but kudos there to Teresa Chambers, who got a head in and thwarted that play. Here's Bridges. Flag comes up. What's going to be the call? And the way Bluefield all situates themselves in the box, it'll be another corner kick for Columbia. Those blows signifying a substitute for Columbia. A bit of confusion as to whether they're going to bring her in yet. Another corner for the Koalas. In the air, headed back. Loose handle. Daisy Harris sends the ball out of danger. Bella Cox able to catch up to it. Koalas back with possession. Solid tackle by Pena. A shove, no whistle. Boy, Pena hit the grass hard. Throw in for Bluefield College. And now I think the official, after probably missing a foul there on Columbia, deemed it clean and then made sure that Pena was all right to play. She is still in. Almost got that ball back for Bluefield there. Forward getting back on defense. Long chance. Just over the net. Oh, boy, that was a shot that just seemed to stay in the air forever for Sandoval. Flincham, not sure if she got a piece of it there, but the ball went right over the crossbar. Throw in Bluefield College. Columbia thought it was their turn to send the ball in. Kramer. Kramer can't find any help. A push there. Bella Cox trying to diversify where this ball is going to come from for Bluefield. Cross-field pass for Duffy, intercepted. Ford bumping in with Columbia's Bridges. Another shot. Wide to the right, did not challenge Flincham, so we'll see another goal kick. The Rams 1-6-1 all-time against Columbia. That last win coming 8 years ago. Well, the Rams' sole win last season coming against Kentucky Christian. The only team that was picked lower than them in the AAC final, but well, the Rams have fought hard so far in the first half, just haven't found the back of the net yet. Throw in for BC. Here's Forrest Schweers. Got the back of Duffy. Miller picked up the pieces. I'll throw in for Bluefield with 16 and a half minutes left to play in the first half. Here's Brown. Spreads it out for Kramer. Kind of a leisurely pace for Bluefield College's offense, and Michael Callahan wasn't a huge fan of that. Newman putting pressure. Ball never went across the back line. Angeles had to get back in goal. Comes Colbert. Miller working on Colbert, a shove. I think the Koalas want a card. They won't, and they do. They do get one there. Stephanie Miller getting the first yellow card of the match with 15:29 left to go. I don't think that's a good call there. It looked like Miller extended both of the arms. A blatant shove for the Bluefield native. And we'll see a free kick. And Abigail Key ready to check in. The senior from the south of Richmond not ready to check in yet. Long free kick. Ford got a piece of it. As did Bella Cox. Sense of urgency here for Columbia. Well, it seems like the Joker is in attendance, if anybody was able to hear that laugh at home. Meanwhile, Columbia into the box again. Rocket shot. Harris at the right thigh in the way of it. Comes Duffy. Kaylee Newman. Freshman forward turns around. Knocks the ball off. Throw in for Bluefield. Whistle blows. Comes Abby Key. Gives a break to Chelsea Ford. So a new midfielder in with fresh legs and 14 minutes left to play. What a play by Daisy Harris. Ella Cox to Pena. Cox one-on-one with a defender, hits the ground, doesn't get the foul call. Slow pass to Pena. Good move. Another whistle that hasn't been blown yet. Pena wanted to get a foul call there to prompt a free kick for the Rams. Now Columbia plays on. Physical defense played by the Koalas as the Rams inch closer to the attacking third. Abby Key. Here's Key. Up to Kramer, and Cox was the intended recipient of that pass, and she slipped up in the East River grass. Now has it back. Dancing towards the middle now. had Key on the far end, and Cox tripped up there trying to get another call. She may be hurt. Oh, Cox is still yet to get up. And now a stoppage in play. Brings it down to 11:44. Bella Cox, turning leading goal scorer for Bluefield College, now on the ground. Have to see what Michael Callahan decides to do here. Well, as Cox gets attended to, we'll take a break on the Rams Digital Sports Network. 11:44 left to go in the first half. Still scoreless in the first game of the season between Bluefield and Columbia. Ready to start up again. Bella Cox taken off, and it appears that the Rams have put in a new forward. It's Gracia Almondos, and check that, it's a midfielder, the junior from Columbia, South Carolina. Now sitting in the middle. Here's Pena. With the ball in the attacking third. Trying to slide the ball up for Newman. Now back for Kaylee Newman. But on the brakes right at the back line. Corner kick Rams. And no, check that. That's going to be a goal kick. It had appeared, at least from my angle, that the defender in Almondos had kicked the ball away. But instead, we'll see a goal kick. That was Sandoval, actually. Ten and a half minutes left before halftime. Rams have controlled possession for most of this first half, and trying to set the tone in this game. Will they take the lead before the intermission? Long kick up. Good move by Taylor Kramer. Seems that Almondos is now the forward, and Newman has inched back towards where Bella Cox was. as a midfielder. Newman. What a great clearance there by Columbia College. Just stolen away. Rams inching back on defense. Newman now with a lane. Throw in Rams. That was Teresa Chambers who got in there at the last second. Off the back of Newman. Just about 8 minutes left. And when the freshman finds the transfer in Pena. Duffy. Almondos. Couldn't get there in time. Throwing for the Rams, though, in front of the Koalas bench. Daisy Harris stepped up in midfield. Loose pass down to Kramer. Good stretch of passes here for Bluefield. Can they keep it up? Pena. Boy, Teresa Chambers has just played a great defensive position today for Columbia. Seems like every time Bluefield has had some sort of break, Chambers stepped in and ended that break. There's a clear whistle as Pena hits the ground. So Cynthia Brown ready to take the free kick. I believe back in 2017, Brown actually scored from this far out. On her first game back and a long journey back, Cynthia Brown, her second free kick. Blasted towards net, and it's saved by Angeles. It was on target, though. So opposing teams have to know that Cynthia Brown's going to try to send that one to the back of the net from way out. A solid effort there. Especially now with Bella Cox out. Seems that Cynthia Brown's going to take those set pieces and free kicks. 5.5 minutes left. Comes Duffy. Almondos. Pena getting bumped in the back. Moves the ball up to Key anyway. Comes Colbert. Pass by Vega. Move the ball up to Bridges. Long effort. And Flincham slaps the ball down to the grass. We haven't called the goalkeeper's name in a while for Bluefield College, and I think that Michael Callahan has to be sort of satisfied with that. What a bounce for Bluefield. Newman. Can she outrace the defender? Slowed down. And now we're in a defensive battle. Comes far as Schweers. Has Key all alone. And the pass is intercepted. Cynthia Brown. Great move. Three minutes, 20 seconds. It seems like for both of these teams, it looks like they're getting a little bit fatigued as we end the first 45 minutes of play. On the Columbia bench urging the Koalas to play quicker. And I believe that Michael Callahan was saying the same thing to his attacking offense. And Teresa Chambers once again thwarts another attack for Bluefield. As far as Schweers. And on the part of that fatigue, this is the first time either of these teams have had any live play with another team this year. Because of COVID-19, no scrimmages and no non-conference play like we would usually see warming up into these AAC matches. Throw in for BC with 2 minutes left to go. Stephanie Miller whipped the ball back to Brown. That was Sandoval who sent it back towards Michael Callahan on the Bluefield College bench. Cynthia Brown tracks down the ball for the Rams. Now to Schweers. Almondos. Daisy Harris. What a pass. Just a bit too far for Almondos with 50 seconds left. Right into the body of Bridges. Rams fell asleep for just a moment on defense. Daisy Harris fought the ball back for Bluefield. Rams able to take a breath there. 18 seconds. Newman has Almondos. Rams on a 2-on-3 break. Help coming. Great move by the freshman. Shot in. It's gobbled up by Angeles, and that will likely do it here in the first half of play. Knotted up at 0-0. Bluefield College and Columbia College in the first match of the season. First conference contest as well as we go to halftime at 0-0 between these two foes. We'll step aside and be right back for the second half in the Rams Digital Sports Network. Ready to start the second half, all knotted up at 0-0 in the opening match of the 2020 women's soccer season. Bluefield College in a draw at the moment with Columbia College making the trip up from South Carolina. Rams also eyeing their first win against Columbia since 2012. Billy Engel on the call for you here. Glad to have you along in the Rams Digital Sports Network. That's something we haven't been able to say in 6 months but once, and that was a few days ago against Tennessee Wesleyan in that men's soccer matchup. Rolls to the back line. Another throw in for Columbia switching sides. The Koalas in the dark purple and black kits when Bluefield in those blue Adidas jerseys. Already see a free kick for Columbia. So taking a while to set up this free kick. It's Brianna Sandoval, Charleston, South Carolina native. Their teammates setting up in the box. While Cynthia Brown waits inside of the 6 to help out Flincham. And it's in! Columbia College on the board. Off of the head on the set piece. And after Hannah Miller, the freshman, got a piece of it, it's now 1-0 in favor of Columbia. Just snuck in over the head of Brown. And a gut punch for Bluefield in the second half, stopping the clock at 43-27. Another thing to watch out for, Gracie Almondo's back in for Bluefield College. She replaced Bella Cox, who was out with an injury in the first half. Here's Miller. Right off the goal, got the ball back. And now Bluefield, after controlling the offensive pace for the entire first half, find themselves down 1-0. Chelsea Ford comes back in after missing the latter moments of the second half, being replaced by Abby Key. We'll have to see if Bluefield's a bit more well-rested here. And it looked like for both teams that they were very fatigued at the end of the first half. Remember, this is their first live action all year since they've met up as a team. Because of the coronavirus, no scrimmages, no non-conference matchups. Oh, Hannah Miller back in the net for Columbia College. Off of the set piece. Assist goes to Sandoval, her first of the year. There's Abby Key moving up to Gracie Almondos. Throw in for Bluefield. Angela's still the goalkeeper in the white and purple, and the Rams have yet to put a ball past today. Out of a shove, no whistle. There's one. So instead of a throw-in, it'll be a free kick right on the touchline. And check that, it's Miller on the throw-in. I was right the first time. There's Miller. Goal kick for Angeles. Miller. And fielder into the game, making a difference in the second half. Abby Key heads the ball down to the grass. Farah Schweers to start out the second half as well. Among the people to be impressed with early on. One of the players there, Kaylee Newman. Newman pushing the ball forward. There's a cross. Smacked to the ground by Angeles. And Almondos and Pena stomping into the box. Almondos was close to the 6. Here's Chelsea Ford. There's a whistle. And now we got some extracurriculars here. Miller and Ford tangled up down to the ground. Let's see, we've already seen a card issued to Stephanie Miller of Bluefield today. No card yet. Ford down to the ground. Miller is fine. And we'll take another break. 40 minutes, 2 seconds left. So it doesn't look like there's going to be any red cards. Miller is back out. There was a yellow card issued to Michael Callahan, I believe, because in the ensuing walk-off of Chelsea Ford, who needed a little bit of help to get to the sideline, Callahan booted the ball over towards the goal. Nobody's gotten the ball yet, by the way. And a yellow card from the official was issued to the coach. I think the Rams have every right to be frustrated there. We'll have to take a look at that after, but Ford and Miller were tangled up, and we were just talking with my broadcast staff here. It looked like they were locked into each other. And it started a wrestling match, and it really did look like they were accidentally locked in. So I have to see now, Bluefield has a free kick at Cynthia Brown from inside of the circle in midfield. Like we said, Miller's still on the pitch right now for Columbia. Well, Cynthia Brown waiting for her team to set up. And we are ready to play some more soccer. Brown from midfield. Ara Schweer's back into the game for Ford. Pena rolls in front of Angeles. Well, didn't have enough muster to get past the goalkeeper there. With 39-44, 1-0 the score. Hannah Miller, who has at least, for sheer amount of moments in this second half, she has a goal and also got into that highlight with Chelsea Ford. has been the player to watch out for in the second half. Here comes a throw in. And it appears they might have made a change in goalkeeper for Columbia. It's now Honstein. Here's Brown. Well, they hit the line, Judge. The wind continues to pick up here in the rolling hills of West Virginia. Perched right on the side of Interstate 77. Throw in Columbia. Looking for Bridges in the middle. Moving the ball to Almondos. Now Teresa Chambers has been such a talented defender for Columbia. Good foil between her and Cynthia Brown, two very talented defenders in this game. Onstein way out of the box. Throw in Bluefield College. Pena had raced up to make it kind of a dangerous play for the defense of Columbia. Now Stephanie Miller, Bluefield native, passes the ball up. Abby Key. Sliding play for Daisy Harris. Couldn't space it out enough, though. Colbert up to Bridges. Bridges in the box. Cuts. Duffy with a great defensive play for Bluefield. Fell flat on the ground, but got it out of the box. And as the ball surges back into the attacking third now, the Rams have to regroup on defense once more. Taylor Kramer jockeys for the ball. Nudges it out to the right for Colbert. Sandoval. There's a cross. Harris. Schweers back to Kramer. Well, we've seen so far in the second half as now whistle blows. Dangerous slide. And a yellow card. That's going to go on Bridges for Columbia. Tough defensive plays in the last couple of minutes for the Koalas. Actually stopped the clock after another tough sliding play. Now down to 35:06. Flag came up again. It's getting physical here in the second half. It really is kind of wild that Chelsea forward play happened. She is taken off onto the bench now. And the only person to get a card out of that play, presumably, was Michael Callahan. A lot of frustration added to that play, and I think Callahan had a point. Down 1-0, Hannah Miller scored the only goal so far today. That minutes into the second half. Oh, there's a big collision. That'll stop the clock at 33:58. And we'll take another break. 33:58. Here's that Pena's on the ground. Welcome back, folks. We are still currently in an injury timeout. The Bluefield, West Virginia rescue squad has made their way inside of the East River Soccer Complex. It appears that Alicia Pena is still down after a head-on collision with a Columbia College defender. That's our only update right now. It's still 1-0 in the second half in favor of Columbia, thanks to an early second half goal from Hannah Miller. And we're now still taking a break with 33 minutes, 58 seconds. This game is still set to continue, but the medical staff has been brought in, and Pena is currently being tended to right now on the pitch. So it's 1-0 in favor of Columbia College, opening game of the season for Bluefield, down by 1 goal. So Alicia Pena has been taken off in an ambulance after a head-on collision. And now we will be ready to resume this soccer game. 1-0 the score. Hannah Miller has scored the lone goal of the game for Columbia College. She has since been given a yellow card. Well, Bluefield losing a couple of key players in this match already. Bella Cox, Chelsea Ford, now Alicia Pena. So there's the courtesy free kick back to Bluefield. And Flincham picks it up for the Rams. Finally playing soccer again here at East River. First game of the season. A bit of a long delay after the injury timeout. Took a while for the ambulance to get here. And unfortunately, we have seen this a few times before. Stephanie Miller, who's about to get the ball now, had a pretty tough injury in a matchup last year, and the ambulance took about 35 minutes to get here then as well. Newman with a lofted pass, and the keeper for the Koalas goes out of the box. Bailey Engel on the call for you here. Happy to have you along for this pretty long ride on the Rams Digital Sports Network. First game of the season. Bluefield College really dominated the offensive possession there in the first half, and then in the second half, it's been pretty much all Columbia. The free kick. Sneaking to the back, Daisy Harris. Well, for the most part, most of the fans in this drive-in atmosphere have not left after the injury. Bluefield ranging back on defense, and also have to believe that the Rams, as well as the Koalas, after just jogging a little bit, still have to warm up. There was a considerable break in the action. Here's Cynthia Brown. Ambitious pass to Abigail Key. Amondos in the box to help. And Key could not cross it to her, so it'll be a goal kick for Columbia. Rams have not beaten Columbia since 2012. They're able to score a couple of goals in the next half hour. Maybe we'll be able to see that W. But as for now, if the game ended at this moment, Columbia with another win against Bluefield College. Brown spins, finds space, long shot, wide right, and a goal kick. Well, Michael Callahan, who, remember a few years ago, the Rams had to deal with so many injuries that many times they would go out and play with just 9 players. Already getting beaten with the injury bug today. Barschwiers on to Stephanie Miller. Wearing that brace after a big injury to that leg last year. Oh, Lindsay Seitler, one of the forwards, now in. A job by Miller. A collision outside of the box. No whistle. Sumter now for Columbia. Straight at Flincham. There's a save with half an hour left to go in the game. Anna Flincham cleared right before the game to be able to play today. Letting just one goal go past her. Will that be the only goal we see? Long sprint in. And Duffy clears it away. It'll be a throw-in, though. That was Peralta on an all-out sprint into the box. Madison Lamb. Clonks off of the body of Schweers to block that cross. Corner kick ensuing for Columbia. Scored on a set piece earlier. In the air. A collision with Flincham. Officials weren't having it, and the right call is made. Bluefield to clear this ball out of their own box. Pass went through Duffy. Long effort over the bar. Line comes up throwing Columbia. Amandos. Ball surges back to Miller, dribbles it over the touchline. Madison Lamb whips the ball in. Stark forces yet another corner kick for Columbia. They have camped out in the attacking third in the second half as the temperature continues to drop as the sun continues to set here at East River. Oh, whistle and a warning there for Venus Sumter. Really set up on top of Anna Flincham. Cynthia Brown heads the ball away. Here's Brown in midfield. Snatched away by Colbert. All-out foot race. Sandoval. Miller got in the way. Shoots with the right foot. Off the body. Sumter battling with Harris. And clears the ball out of the box. Whistle blows. Yeah, Kramer took a gut shot. Well, for Bluefield, though, a good defensive stance there. Sandoval had a bit of space, and the senior almost threaded the ball into Sumter. Schweers backs up. Rams and Koalas have subs that are trying to get in. It appears that for Bluefield, that's Bella Cox to come back in for Gracie Almondos. Cox had left the match in the first half with an apparent injury and now has returned, headband and all. Out of Kramer. Quick header for Schweers. Forrest Schweers trading it with Brown. Free kick, Bluefield. That was a bit of a late whistle. I think the official was just trying to give it to Bluefield with an advantage play on, but once that advantage vanished, we see Cynthia Brown here. Will she shoot on net again? Under 25 minutes left to go in this match in regulation. Brown searching for an equalizer. Chips it in the air. Harris with the left foot. Rolls straight into the keeper for Columbia. Decent pass for Brown. Harris had the right idea, just not enough surge to get the ball past the goalkeeper for Columbia. So with 23:48, the score stays 1-0. Another free kick for the Rams. Bella Cox back in. Lining up in the box, Key, Newman, Harris. Rest of the teammates joining them as well. Cox from the far touchline. Off the head of Brown, and it's in! Cynthia Brown equalizes for Bluefield with under 23 minutes left to play. What an emotional goal for Cynthia Brown. Missing the last few years. Now back into the match, back into a Bluefield College jersey, and tying it up at 1-1. What a header. What a pass in for Bella Cox. Got ourselves a brand new match. What a cut. Already a shot to put them up and over the post. Lots of offense. Here's a break for Newman. Trying to put Bluefield up. Now Bella Cox turns around. Long lofted pass. $21-20 left to go. $21-10. Bluefield College on the board after the goal from Cynthia Cox, threaded to her by a fellow 757 native. And Cynthia Brown with that goal for Bluefield, tying it up 1-1, assist Bella Cox. Free kick coming. Pass was straight at Cynthia Brown. Lots of room, lots of speed. Kaylee Newman. She's way out of the net. Long shots. Just rolls to the right. Keeper got a hand on it, diverted the ball. Lots of energy for this Bluefield College squad now, even considering the amount of injuries they have dealt with today. Thoughts are with Alicia Pena now, who is likely at the hospital after a head-on collision. I was with Teresa Chambers. That collision probably 35 minutes ago now. Brown. Up to Newman. Now the freshman forward hits the ground. Bluefield College ball. You throw in for the Rams. There's a whistle. Another whistle blows. This has just gone down to a glacial standstill here. Here's Brown. And a flinch him way out of the net. Schweers. Won the score. What a move. One-on-one towards net. Right footer. Took a long time, and the defense got back for Bluefield. She had lots of space. That was Hannah Miller again, searching for her second goal. Lamb. Kramer gets the ball out. Zoe Mills. Their loose header. 16:30 left to go in this game. Both goals coming here in the second half. Can Bella Cox ignite another one for the Rams? Oh, what a step. Brown with a long effort. Now substitutes checking in for Columbia. 15:30 left to go in the game. Well, Bluefield College tied up 1-1 after the goal from Cynthia Brown. Ella Cox popped the ball right back into the box again. Threaded back to the defense. Flincham kicks the ball away. There's Kramer. Pass to Miller. Miller just misses. That'll have been her second goal. Well, time called, and it's like Kramer needed to take her inhaler. After about the third puff of the inhaler, oh, it looks like he's going to jog off, and Bluefield will have to replace her. And check that, Kramer. She's walking on the touchline. It appears that she's walking off of the pitch. And a new player has been brought in. Just like that, another chance developing. Left footer, Miller pops the ball loose. Corner kick. So we have a corner with 13:43 left. Long setup here. Bridges is lining up inside of the 6 in the midst of 5 Bluefield defenders, as well as Anna Flincham, the goalkeeper. Now, warning from the officials. Keep this game clean. At least in the second half. It hasn't been squeaky clean, that's for sure. Cynthia Brown heads the ball out and went straight to her. Tough one off the body of Duffy. Might have called handball there. So it stops the clock at 13:07. Well, officials trying to clarify with Cynthia Brown. There's more stoppages into this time here. Quick free kick. Wanted to clear, they got it. Only just for a moment. Here's Newman. Give the ball back to the keeper. Could be a big throw-in coming up for Bluefield here. Brown turns around, needs some help. Cocked back with the left foot and lost the ball. Pass to Miller. Inches out to the right. Swears was there for Bluefield. Another player down for the Rams. It looked like Kramer got hit in the face with a ball. Bridges for Columbia. Saved by Flincham. Oh, what a big save that was. Kramer's back into the match. Whistle blows, free kick Columbia. That stops the clock at 10:48. Or excuse me, still rolling. And there's a clock stoppage. Well, this game's getting pretty chippy. And pretty choppy as well. There have been so many stoppages of play. And Alicia Pena with that head-on collision with Teresa Chambers. Now ready to play soccer again. Here's the free kick. Bounces straight to Flincham. 1-1 the score. Hannah Miller with the early goal in the second half to put Columbia on the board, and then Cynthia Brown off of the assist from Bella Cox. Comes Brown. Up to Bella Cox sprinting forward. Now Kaylee Newman, the forward, was also there. Be a great time for the freshman to score her first collegiate goal. Daisy Harris has to get back to the ball. Fighting with Bridges. Oh, Schweers stepped in front of that apparent shot. And Newman lost the ball off of the great pass from Key. Under 10 minutes left to play in this one in regulation. And goes into one overtime period. Brown with a pretty tough slide in. I think she knew that was going to happen, and there's a yellow card. Thought she was all right. Made sure she was. So that's the second, make it the third yellow card on Bluefield. Stephanie Miller was booked with one early. Michael Callahan was issued a yellow card after kicking the ball away in protest. And then there's the third on Bluefield College and Cynthia Brown. One has been issued on Columbia so far. That was on Hannah Miller. And what felt like ages ago. That's in the same half of soccer as we're in right now. Oh, Abby Flincham. Went off of her leg. And it rolled right behind her sister, Anna Flincham. So instead of letting that go to the keeper, very lucky that that didn't roll into the net, but instead it's a corner kick. Once again, Brown, the defender, heads the ball away. Popped in the air. 8 minutes left in regulation. Then one overtime period. That's sudden death. If nobody scores in that, we settle with a draw. There's Colbert spreading the ball out for Columbia. There's a bullet on the ground. And after the shot from Sandoval, it rolls straight into the hands of the keeper for Bluefield with 7:20 to play. Kaylee Newman out of Cox. Physical matchup continues, and there's actually been 2 yellow cards issued to Columbia today. One to Hannah Miller and one to Bridges as well. Who will win this very tough physical matchup? Another long effort rolls away from the keeper. Rams want fresh legs in. They'll get them. Kramer walks off. Now checking into the match for the first time, it's Brooklyn Whitaker. Freshman getting her first reps in her college career. Flincham stomps up to the ball and kicks it right near the Columbia bench with 5:50 left to play. Colbert bumps into the box. Harris hit the deck. There's a quick free kick. Well, Harris rushed him. Maybe he should have taken a second. Miller knocks the ball awry. Not for long as Colbert blasted into the body of Miller. Corner kick. Corners adding up for Columbia. Rams have to stay stout on defense. Keep the Koalas out of the back of the net. Another chance to whip it into the box. Blasted off of Key. Has to take a second to regroup. What a great defensive effort by Abby Key. That was a free kick for Bluefield. Key was tangled up. 4 minutes. Michael Callahan trying to invigorate a comeback from his team. They were down 1-0. They scored by the head of Cynthia Brown. Goal kick, Flincham. Who's going to outlast the fatigue here? Oh, good move by Whitaker. He's got the fresh legs. Pass in. Columbia with slight numbers. He got in the way again. Another shot over the post. It'll be a goal kick. Now checking in for Columbia, it's Josie Vega. Time running out in regulation. Miller puts on the brakes. Stephanie Miller whiffed. Oh, what a dangerous moment. Miller tried to clear it out, but the ball went backwards. Inside of 2 minutes left in regulation in this long effort. Brown tried to find Bella Cox. Free kick and an important one coming up for Columbia. I want to get the placing of the free kick correctly. Inside of a minute. It's loose. Vega dueling with Miller. And Stephanie Miller kicks the ball out of the pitch and over the fence here. 40 seconds left now. Knotted up at 1-1. Colbert. Stolen away by Brown with 27 seconds left. There's a whistle and a free kick coming up. Rams have to hurry. Brown slow to get up. 17 seconds left. Harris realizes she doesn't have enough time. Duffy! Kick into the ball in time, and that is it for regulation. So we will go into an overtime period, sudden death. Take a quick break and be right back. Ready to start overtime number 1. 2 sudden death periods of 10 minutes should be played. No goals in that span of time. It's a draw. So whoever scores first wins. Simple as that. Goal scored early to start in the second half by Hannah Miller. And then Cynthia Brown equalized 20 minutes after that. Rams in the blue going left to right. Columbia in the black and purple going right to left. I'll check that. The Rams are going right to left. Switch everything I just said. Bluefield has not beaten Columbia since 2012. Corner kick. Bella Cox has an assist already after Cynthia Brown knocked the goal in. Throws the arm up. It's loose. Oh, just inches away from a Bluefield victory. Whitaker hits the deck. Was she inside of the box when that happened? Oh, Cynthia Brown down. We're looking for Cynthia's head there for possibly the second goal of the game. Now Whitaker was pushed. And somehow Columbia ends up with this. Wow. Almost 2 minutes elapsed already. Overtime period number 1. More space for Columbia. Now a corner kick. Great sliding effort by Daisy Harris. Remember, golden goal at this point. Sandoval crosses in. Brown muscles the ball away. Bit of a tangle up there. Kaylee Newman, the freshman. What a pass up. Space in front. Shoots with the right foot. And goes right into the keeper's grasp. Oh, Brooklyn Whitaker off of that great pass. Six minutes left. The first overtime period. Abby Key. Missed the mark. A throw-in coming up for Columbia. Pops the ball straight up. Bella Cox. Bridges working against Abigail Key. Schweers throws a big foot in. No whistle. Schweers slow to get up, but Brown crossing over. Long lofted pass up to Bella Cox, a bit too far. Talk about with the fatigue. It's really a battle against it now, playing in the overtime period. Daisy Harris. Another collision. Bridges turns around. Abby Key. Newman turned around. Inched the ball out right for Whitaker. What a sprint in. Colbert. Pass away from Seitler. Flincham. Here comes Miller. Last line of defense against Sandoval. Free kick, Bluefield. 2 minutes left in the first overtime. Brown hits the ground. What a pass. Bridges shoots on net. It's saved. What a crucial shot and an even more crucial save from Anna Flincham. Keeps Bluefield's hopes alive in this one inside of a minute and a half left in this overtime period. Remember, golden goal. Corner kick. Front of the 6. Another shot sails above the post and into the parking lot. Now Harris stepping back. Down to 30 seconds. Abby Key dueling with Bridges. Cox tried to keep it in. Time running out. that will be it for the first overtime period. One more overtime period coming up. All knotted up at 1-1. Take a quick break and we'll be right back for it. Ten minutes left in this one. Second overtime. Ensuing golden goal. Bluefield College now going left to right up against Columbia College, a program they haven't beaten since 2012. Chipped into the box. Bridges. There's a shot and a save by Flincham. Well, a moment of panic there as Flincham got back down onto the ball. Both teams have had solid efforts to get into the win column in this overtime period. Most notably, a shot by Bridges on an absolute laser and a great save by Flincham over the post. Newman, past Peralta, and Peralta wins the battle. Rams' 2019 campaign started out with a draw against Piedmont International. Throw in coming, Forrest Schweers. Here's Cynthia Brown. She's got the lone goal of the game for Bluefield. Jukes past the defender. It's the ground, back up. Brown. Whistle blows. Free kick. Into the attacking third, Cynthia Brown. Her first game back has shown a great effort today, and maybe none greater than what we saw right there, going up against three defenders by herself. So now we see a free kick. Will it be Brown? Will it be Bella Cox to take it? Next goal wins. Brown stepping back. Shoots wide to the right. 7.5 minutes. Another great effort. Well, it got past Flincham. Miller into the box. Ends the game. Hannah Miller with her second goal of the game and wins it for Columbia. (2-1) the final score in heartbreaking fashion. Hannah Miller given a yellow card earlier and now wins the match. So Columbia sneaks out with a win in double overtime. But we have seen the tenacity of this Bluefield College program. Lots to be thankful for, lots of potential to be excited about. Tough one for the Rams to swallow as Hannah Miller ends it. So the Rams drop a heartbreaker today, but we look forward to the next time we see them in action. Our next broadcast on the Rams Digital Sports Network is this Tuesday for volleyball, so be sure to tune in. But once again, reminding you the final score and double overtime. My name is Bailey Engel for Omega Stit on the camera. For Jackson Best, my producer today. Final score, Columbia wins this one 2-1. Take it easy, Rams fans.